Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to be learning about relating units of time.
The first unit of time we will be working with is seconds to minutes. How many seconds are in 1 minute? We know there are 60 seconds in 1 minute because when we look at an analog clock, usually the second hand is a different color than the hour hand and minute hand. And when that ticks around the clock 60 times, that means that each tick is 1 second and 60 ticks is 1 minute. Our next unit of time is minutes. We want to know how many minutes are in 1 hour. We know there are 60 minutes in 1 hour because when we look at an analog clock, the minute hand will tick around the clock 60 times. Our next unit of time is hours. We want to know how many hours are in 1 day. We know there are 24 hours in 1 day. We know this because on an analog clock there are 12 numbers. Every time the hour hand gets to 12, it's been 12 hours. And since we have a noon and a midnight, that means there are 24 hours in 1 day. Our next unit of time is days in a week. How many days are in a week? Well, let's review. There's Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, and then last but not least is Saturday. So now let's count all of the days on a calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know there are 7 days in 1 week. You can also find out how many weeks are in a year by counting them on a full 12-month calendar. But instead of doing that, just try to remember there are 52 weeks in 1 year. Now let's move on to days of the year. Does anybody know how many days are in a year? If you guessed 365 days, you are right. Our last unit of time is months in a year. Let's say the months out loud together and figure out how many months are in a year. There's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Does anybody know how many months that is? If you guessed 12, you are right. Now let's review everything we've learned about units of time. In 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. In 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. In 1 day, there are 24 hours. In 1 week, there are 7 days. In 1 year, there are 52 weeks. In 1 year, there are 12 months. And in 1 year, there are 365 days. Now, if you didn't complete your worksheet throughout this video, go ahead and copy down your answers and don't forget to submit it to the Dropbox.